It's impossible to do a series about cheat codes without talking about that one time I was on national television teaching the world how to play Ghouls N Ghosts. It's true, and I have the footage. I guess I should probably back up and explain how this happened. It all started with this magazine, Game Player's Nintendo Buyer's Guide. That's nothing special to look at now, and the game reviews inside border on blatant advertisements, but that was enough to hook me on games journalism. I started collecting the different game magazines, starting with a subscription to Nintendo Power, followed by Electronic Gaming Monthly and GamePro. I pored over every issue, knowing that one day my thirst for video game knowledge would lead me to greatness. As it turns out, that day came a lot sooner than expected. In their February 1991 issue, GamePro magazine put out a call for 250 talented gamers looking to be part of a big project. It was pitched more as a job than a prize, putting members of this elite group in control of evaluating games and choosing what titles GamePro would cover next. The magazine promised to keep in touch multiple times a year and even send out a care package to the lucky few who won the opportunity to be part of the team. As soon as I saw that, I knew the contest was targeted directly at me, so I didn't waste any time and quickly sent out the application. All I needed to do was let them know how many systems I owned, what kind of games I like to play, and why I would be a good fit with the GamePro SWAT squad. I have no idea what I said at the time, but apparently it worked, because 6 short months later, I found my name on the 12th page of the August 1991 issue. You have no idea how excited I was. I was also surprised, especially when it came to some of the details surrounding what I won. Apparently somebody decided that GamePro SWAT Squad wasn't catchy enough, so they changed the name to Team GamePro and sent out these fancy pins to all 250 members. The job description also changed, as I was never involved with deciding what games were worth covering from month to month. With little more than a pin to show for it, we were told to stand by for instructions. As it turns out, the members of Team GamePro were split up into several groups. While many were instructed to write quotes that would later be used in the magazine, I was sent a script and prepped to be part of a brand new TV show starring J.D. Roth and Brennan Howard. Things got even better when I realized the game I was going to be talking about was none other than Ghouls N Ghosts, the game I bought a Genesis to play. My job was to describe a simple way to defeat Loki, the big bad at the end of the uber difficult action game. The script they sent me outlined a challenging but effective way to defeat the boss, but I knew a better way. Thanks to reading old issues of Electronic Gaming Monthly, I knew a safe spot that would make killing Loki a breeze. But the people at GamePro weren't interested in hearing my far superior and 100% stolen pro tip. They insisted on me reading the script verbatim, and that's exactly what I did, which resulted in this 90-second clip.
Up-to-the-minute tips and tactics for Lolo 2 on your Nintendo Entertainment System. And the Force will be with us as our Game Lab gonzos check out the new Star Wars action game card. We'll take a look at what's hot at the arcade with Who Shot Johnny Rock. All this and more on GamePro. So let's kick it. GamePro's back. Let's kick it.
I'm Silas Shaw from Aberdeen, Washington, and I have a great way to beat Loki, the big boss in Ghouls N Ghosts, for the Sega Genesis. First, get the Psycho Cannon from Volcar. When you finally get to Loki, jump on one of his feet. When he raises his leg, then you'll be able to fire repeatedly at his chin, even though his leg is moving up and down. I promise you, you'll beat him in a snap.
Good tip. And to show you our appreciation, we're going to be sending you your very own GamePro TV. Yeah.
Hey, that's right. And that's all the time they're letting us have this week. And besides, our game techs are fried.
That's right, bud.
Okay, so maybe that's not my finest work, but I love that it exists and that I was part of one of the earliest video game television shows. And let's be honest, my appearance was no more embarrassing than what J.D. Roth went through week after week. For those wondering, this upstairs room at my parents' house still exists, though it's definitely not used for gaming anymore. Behind me, you can see a small collection of Nintendo Entertainment System games, as well as a few TurboGrafx-16 cases hanging out next to some CDs. Perhaps the most interesting detail in this shot is my tiny old television, which has the boss fight queued up in the background. Of course, I didn't shoot any of the gameplay footage used in the episode, which explains why the player doesn't even attempt the trick I'm describing. I never heard from Team GamePro after that, and it seemed my time with the group concluded the moment the episode hit syndication. Although it was short and there wasn't much to it, I was attracted to the idea of talking about video games. This led me down a dark path of taking freelance writing gigs and doing everything possible to talk about games to anybody that would listen. And that's something I'm still doing a quarter century later. Oh, just imagine how much more stable my life would be if I was never part of Team GamePro. Hey, thanks for watching the 29th episode of the 32 Dangerous Cheat Codes. We only have 3 episodes left in the series, so be on the lookout for a video that looks at one of the most popular cheat codes of all time. We're also going to wrap things up with a very special season finale that'll play on Christmas Day. And then next week, it's back to reviews and all of our regular programming. If any of that sounds appealing to you, then I recommend you click the subscribe button and support what we're doing here. Until then.